Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Here's the kicker, Harrison Mevis, out to get us started. And off we go from the link. Here comes a return from the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Man in motion is Smith. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Man in motion is Smith. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Here comes 3rd and 6. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. And this will be knocked down. It's incomplete, but there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 39 yards. First and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 75.
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. He'll take a shot for Watson. That's hard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. 36 yards.
Go!
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. From the gun, it's Love. And he will score. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Man in motion is Smith. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop.
Here we go.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
70 range. 70 range. Ready.
Back to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Carrington Valentine. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Now Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Go check.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Love to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Man in motion is Smith. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking right side. He's got a receiver. It's Smith. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. It'll just end up a little bit short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Here we go, Shaq.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run here with Barkley. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Now Love. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
What can they do here on third down and 7? That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Here's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big gainer for Green Bay. 41 yards.
Let's go.
Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. To throw is Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here now, third and 5. Now Love. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, a loose football. And the defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when there's the exception to every rule.
Okay, break.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. The man in motion is Watson. And he's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Packers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go now.
His drive will start on the ground, and he'll get about 5.
Shut up.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Check smash.
Man in motion is Smith. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards. We'll give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
19 Lions. Ready.
Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Kincaid. You try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Eagles are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Man in motion is Smith.
Go.
One more time, they try Barkley. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line. So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
Cowboy 80. Take go.
They'll run with Barkley. He is in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Back to throw is Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. To throw is Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 32 yards.
This offense finding themselves with a big lead here, but remember, it's still the first half, Mike. There's a long way to go. Defensively, they've got to buckle down. They have to find a way to put a lid on this offense, because if they don't, they're going to find themselves at the halftime break down by a whole lot.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
On the set.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Take a play here, take it to him. Get up.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So we have reached halftime here, and the visitors from Green Bay out on top as we get you down to Florida. Orlando specifically. For the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Hey, check that.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9.
Go, Reed, go.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
3rd and long.
Check, got that. Go.
Love to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Hold the ready.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Right there, right.
They'll run with Jacobs. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 2nd down and 3.
Ready.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Ready, ready.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Go, track. Go.
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
Okay, ready.
Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Fire.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Dobbs headed in motion. Here's the toss as they look to run.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Love. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
And this offense just continues to roll now, and defensively, they need to stop. They cannot let this lead get any larger. They've got to hold them to 3 if they're going to have any chance of finding themselves back in this game.
They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for first and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Ready up.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Top 70.
Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Here we go.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Bronco 80.
They send a receiver in motion left. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Now a screen set up for Barkley. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The man in motion is Watson.
Go.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. Has an opening, past the 40. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are... They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Running is Jacobs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's Jacobs. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
They came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches.
Set. Liking 18.
Man in motion is Smith. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Man in motion is Smith. Back to throw. Taking off.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
They'll look to pick this up. 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now he'll run it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. The tight end Kincaid in motion.
Go.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? Cowboy 80.
Quick throw here is complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Second down and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen.